Okay, so this story was inspired by many legends of gods and goddesses, also with culture and religion. So, yeah, I just want to give a warning about that because it's a lot of religion and culture combined into one. So, I hope you don't mind, but, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Many believed gods and goddesses were never a thing, that the spirits of the past helped them. But they were wrong. 5 gods looked over the world and the galaxy to make sure that it was at peace. The gods made a child and brought him down to earth to be their mouth and to speak to the people and convince them that the spirits were nothing but nonsense. The people didn't believe him and thought an evil spirit had taken over his body. So the people hung him. But when asked for his final words, he spoke. If you were to kill me, the 5 golden gods would send you a sickness you will never be able to contain. And instead, you believed me. He spoke, then died. The gods were enraged when they saw the beloved child in their world above the sky. And so the god of death brought 2 bugs from out of his forearm and told them to go down to earth and make as much destruction as you can, and in a year come back to me. And so they did. Many people died within those 12 months. That many people started to believe in them. What surprised them was the bugs didn't harm anyone who believed in the 5 gods. After a year had passed, the goddess of life took 2 golden bees out of her dress and told them, help them rebuild their plants and let them feed from your beautiful givings. The bees went down and helped them rebuild their food, which made them healthier. That story is dumb, said a little boy, his arms crossed as his mother finished the story. Tenko, don't say such things or you'll do the same thing as in the story. Tenko's mother warned him. Then why won't they give me a sword I want? His mother giggled. The gods don't give you the item you want, but they give you the items to get it. Tenko hummed in confusion. For example, if I wanted to have a cake, they would give me the items to make it. She kissed his head. So, like eggs, milk, and flour? He asked. Yes. Now go to sleep, my dear. She blew out the candle and closed the door. Tenko looked outside the moon. I wonder what god will grant me the strength to become a great warrior, he thought, and fell asleep. Years later, Tenko, now going by Shigaraki, trained and trained more and more as the years went by. And he was now a young teenager. Yay! 12. And was trying to get into the Royal Guard. He had tried for 2 years now, and he was on the verge of giving up. He was told, you would never save anyone. You're a magic user, and there's no room for them. He was pissed about that. What's wrong with a magic user? He walked to his old home, where he accidentally killed his family. The once beautiful house full of life and flowers his mother planted and took care of. He stared at the rubble of the outhouse. He turned, ready to leave. Come closer. He heard a voice coming from the rumble. He was someone so stupid enough to look throughout all the dirt and wood? Help. It came again. Something overtook him. If this was a person, he needed to save them. He ran trying to find if someone was stuck. But all he found was a book his mother would read to him. But the problem is that it was in perfect condition, like nothing had happened to it. Why the hell? he asked, flipping through the pages. That's when he noticed there was more to the story. The 5 gods then made magic. Their blood would seep into the ground, and whoever ate from the ground, they would each pick an area to place their blood. Elena, the goddess of life, would put her blood in the forest to help fill the animal's strength. Kaba, the god of fire, would put his blood in the lands of desert, where only some of the strongest could handle. Peblo, I think that's how you say it right, the god of water, would put his blood in the island and near the ocean, where he could keep a close eye on whatever being moved through the sea. Eto, the god of the sky, would put his blood in the mountains, where his kin could be up in the air and experience the happiness of living. Zidos, the god of death, would put his blood in the darkest places, may it be forest, desert, sea, or mountains, his blood being heavier than the others, going deeper into the ground than caves. Geda, the goddess of precious items, gems, and treasury. Her blood would seep into every part of the earth and galaxy. Her blood was supposed to give the people things they strived for. They all looked after their own things and wouldn't mess with anything of the others. That was when the people asked for more. So, Geda came down to respond with their complaints. When she tried to resolve the problem, they stabbed her to death. Her blood ran through the ground. But to make sure the people wouldn't ask for more, they contained her blood into the deepest depths, where humans would die if they ever so tried to reach it. After thousands of years, she emerged from the ground and took all the gems she gave them. They pleaded and begged for their treasure to be returned, but she only spoke these words: "You will only get your treasure that I gave you ever so kindly. You will battle it out with 2 people from every place, my siblings' kingdoms." That is when she vanished. Every year, 2 people from each area would fight to the death, and whoever won, their kingdom would be granted their treasure back. So, that's why my mother never told me this part. Shigaraki thought to himself. This story is probably fake, he thought. Or is it? He heard a voice, but what scared him was that it came from everywhere. In the wind, in the ground, and in the trees. Nothing was quiet from the voice, but when everything went quiet once more, he thought it was just in his head playing games. I'm not in your head. A hand came from behind him. He turned around to look for what that voice was, but the only thing he found was a red ruby. Hello guys, I hope you enjoyed this original story that I made up. I hope you really enjoyed it, because there's actually 2 more parts to it. And then we'll go back to the Yandere Bakugo, not Yandere, oh no, my god, not Yandere Bakugo, Yandere Kirishima. So I hope you guys like this. It was a really fun time writing this. And what else did I need to say? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, I'm making more stories. So if you really want to get your story out, I have so many ideas, and I just need to know what people want. So just please give me your ideas, and I will hopefully get them out as soon as possible if I have an idea for them. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. Bye, lovelies!